What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the 10-7 show with Tyra Goose and myself. As you can see, Tyra's not here yet. She had a previous engagement, but she is on her way. But like I like to start off every show, I just got to say, what's up, y'all? Tyra Goose.
Hey, Justin.
What's going on? We didn't see. Well, I didn't see y'all.
I was about to say, we didn't see you this week. We saw your wife.
We saw your wife and your daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't me this time. I had a little bit too much to do this morning that I wanted to get done before the show started. So
it'd be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got like that. Plus, I didn't really wake up either. So
how are you? How was your week?
It was cool. It was very good. Received some good news this week, this past week. And I'll put that out there later on next month. But got some good news this week. So very happy about that. And also not only that, it done got cold.
Right? What in the world? It was so nice the other day.
It really was.
Like 40 hours ago. Not even.
Yeah, not even.
Like maybe about 30 hours ago. It was great.
That's all right. You can't get it your way all the time.
It makes me sad.
Can't have it your way all the time. But so I can tolerate cold. I have no problem with the cold.
Clearly, you don't wear coats.
Tolerate wind. I ain't got no problem with the wind. But it was when that combination comes together.
Yeah.
And it's the both of them.
Yeah.
Got me out.
Yeah.
Forget it. I didn't want to get out the bed. Listen, I actually turned the heat on in the house.
I heard, yeah.
Damn, you heard everything was going on.
I did. It's not much that happens at your house that I don't hear about.
It must have been a shock to her that she even told people. So, but today we're talking about cuffing season. But before we do that, before we get into cuffing season, we're going to get into some would you rathers, and as everybody knows, that's everybody's favorite part of the show. So I already said it, but once again, here you go. Yes, it's the would you rather portion of the show, brought to you by Therapeutic Billing. Tara, tell us a little bit about therapeutic billing, or everything, whatever you want to do.
Certainly. Here we go. So therapeutic billing is a medical billing, credentialing, recredentialing firm. We also offer virtual assistant services and bookkeeping services. In addition, I'd like to put it out there that therapeutic billing is one of the largest minority-owned and women-led medical billing firms in the United States. The telephone number for therapeutic billing is 610-228-2029, and the web address is www.therapeuticbilling.com. Do people still say that www anymore?
Yeah, World Wide Web.
Yeah.
I don't think
probably
so.
Not.
I don't type it.
Everybody knows what it is, so there you go.
But nobody types websites anymore. Everybody Googles everything.
Yeah.
It's one of the largest minority-owned and
women-led
in the U.S. and in the country.
That's right, according to Herschel Walker.
So that's two. That's two for y'all. All right, so who's got would you rather?
Well, I actually have a would you rather and a what would you do.
Okay.
Let's start with the would you rather, since that's our roots, as the youngins say. Would you rather forget who everyone else is or who you are?
I guess everyone.
I guess it's kind of like having Alzheimer's.
So if I forget who I am, can I end up being like somebody new?
You can be whoever you want to be, Justin.
Like I am the Duke of Papa Mau Mau.
So when you say forget who you are, do you mean like who I am, like my government name and I live here, or is it talking about? Or are you talking about like my personality, my character?
We wake up and we just have no idea who we are, and like if we don't know who we are, then we got to forget who everybody else is, right?
Well, no. So it's one or the other. It's not saying you have Alzheimer's. It's saying you either forget everybody else or you forget who you are.
Okay, I would rather. Man, that's a tough one. I'm trying to weigh in on it because I don't want to come back later and be like, you know what?
Yeah, because even if you remember everybody else, you don't know who you are.
You don't know who you are. So like, I don't know
So
that
people are like, "Hey, Tom," but you can't respond to Tom, but you know that's Sally talking to you.
You're changing it. It's one or the other, guys. Come on, you're changing it.
I'm not changing it.
You are putting a lot of thought into it.
For clarity. No, I'm not looking for clarity.
I'd rather forget who I am.
I'd rather forget. But then when you meet new people, do you forget them then?
I don't know, 10-second Tom. Can you just pick one?
I'm going to say no, because I'm going to say you forgot who everybody else is. Now you're just going to, everybody you meet is now new to you.
Right. Well, then I forget everybody else.
Yeah, I'm going with that. Yeah. I'm going with I forget everybody else.
Yeah, I'm going to forget everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So every day you get a chance to make new friends, but they're your old friends, but you don't know.
Now, can you re-meet old friends?
Sure.
I think so. Every day, because you've forgotten them. So every day you meet me all over again.
You're like, what's up, Goose? You be like,
what's up? Who you?
Like, right?
Who's
Yo, that's a lot like my life right now.
It really is. No, it truly is. Because people be like, hey, he'd be like,
I don't know who that is.
Have a whole conversation and look at me and be like, babe, I don't know who the hell that
is. Tanya said she would rather forget everyone else.
Yeah.
Sheena also said the same thing, and someone on Facebook said they would forget who they
are. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, right.
All right. That's cool.
If you got a comment on, if you want to let us know what you think, you can comment there at the bottom, or you can hit us up on the phones 669-275-0323. That's 669-275-0323. And then Jay, you had
the toll charges will apply. So
no, they won't. Such a jam.
I feel like you always wanted to say that. Like I always wanted to say that.
There's another comment down there. I'm telling you.
Cherry, you have
there's another comment, Justin.
I got you.
Okay.
Said Lee said she would forget herself because that could be lonely if you only know yourself.
But you get to make a new friend every day, Leah. Or not. I don't know. Okay. All right. So the next one is what would you do?
All right, let's see.
You ready?
Yep.
What? Okay. What would you do with the extra time if you had 25-hour days while everyone else continued to have 24-hour days? This is a hypothetical. It's not really going to happen. Don't put too much into this, y'all.
So where does my hour fit in there? In the
I don't know.
morning?
Just pretend like you have it. Just pretend like you have it somewhere.
You know what I mean? So is it midnight for you, but 11 o'clock for me?
See, this is what I'm saying. This is why Tyra, I'm calling her on it. This is why every week Tyra is like, no caveats, y'all.
It's not a caveat. I'm asking for
don't know.
All right. I just have more time.
What would you do with your extra time? If you had an extra hour.
I'd probably work.
No, I would never work.
I don't know. I'll watch extra TV.
No, what you would do, you'd be in that backyard piddling for an extra hour a day. That's what you'd be doing.
I know that I would do more promotion of New Twist Radio.
Okay.
That's what I would do in that hour.
Good answer.
Yeah. I would like to think that I would do something productive, but quite honestly, I probably would nap.
I mean, because
that was my first.
I'm not lying. I would like to think I would do something productive, but I'm
sure. But she either be asleep or on the phone.
Probably.
Yeah, my first thought when you said it was I would go ahead and sleep for that hour. That was my first thought. I was like, let me put a little bit of thought.
Well, you know what though, guys? If you get it every day, it would change every day. I probably wouldn't nap every day. I think I would get something productive done.
I want to do this. Oh, I can't do it. I was just about to bring in our guest and ask him what he would do, but he just dropped off. He'll be back in a couple seconds, I hope. Well, can't do that now. That threw a wrench in the plan. So I guess what we're gonna do is move on to the next portion of the show. Did you have another one, Tara?
No, it was just those two. So we can get into the Dear 10-7s.
Okay, he's back now. I'll ask him real quick.
Okay.
Let's get our guest real quick. I know it's kind of.
Yo, what's up? I'm here.
Building. I'm going to introduce you later.
All right.
I'm going to introduce you later, but you were there for our Would You Rathers. If you had a 25th hour in a day, what would you do with that hour?
So my first thought was try and get some additional sex in that hour. That was the first thing that I was going to think about doing. But then I thought, like, I'd probably use it to sleep, be honest with you. Like, yo, let me get an extra hour of sleep and start my day a little bit later so I can be refreshed and ready to go.
I don't even get my 8 hours, so me saying I would get more sleep.
Your sleep's terrible. You have terrible sleep.
It wouldn't even make no sense.
I can sleep anywhere.
That was actually my second thought, was the sex thing, like, but then somebody else will have to have that extra hour too.
Yeah, you got to find the time.
You got another hour. How many hours a year?
How are you at today? So what we're gonna do now? We're gonna get into the next portion of our show, and that is the Dear 10-7 portion of the show, where we read your letters that you send to us, your emails and all like that. Of course, keep it anonymous, and we give you our unprofessional opinions on them. Although our advice is solid. Okay, our advice is solid.
Okay, right? We know that. Sure. Justin, you want to take the first one?
Sure, I'll take the first one. No problem. All right, here we go. Dear 10-7, we have a group of friends who get together on most Friday nights. We go out to eat, meet for drinks, or gather at one of the group members' homes for dinner and drinks. One person in particular constantly complains about everything every single week. They don't like the restaurant that was chosen, or the food the host prepared, or the place the pizza was ordered from. Once they kept repeatedly telling the host they wanted to punch the host kid's son, in the face because he was rude to the host on his way out for the evening. The guest's spouse also nitpicks relentlessly. It makes everybody uncomfortable. It has reached the point that the group doesn't want to get together anymore because of the damper this couple puts on the evening. My spouse and I haven't seen the group for several weeks now, but we miss them. Is there a polite way to tell this couple their negativity is a drag on the rest of the group? And maybe they should seek professional help or learn to keep their mouths shut.
This seems easy.
See, so
stop hanging out with them.
Yeah, so for me, like I'm real straightforward and blunt. And I'm like, look, man, y'all messing up all our evenings, and it's annoying everybody. So if y'all don't fix it, we just going to stop including y'all, flat out.
Or just stop including them.
No, I would give them an opportunity to.
They know they're assholes.
They know, but I would give them an opportunity because if I'm willing to just cut them out, I'll give them the opportunity because I'll cut them out if they don't do it.
Yeah,
you dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I'm with Goose on that. Like, especially if we friends like that, like I feel like I could give you a straightforward, like, yo, y'all bugging, like y'all need to relax a little bit. And if y'all don't take heed to that, then we just can't hang out no more. So
I'm like, yo, bro, y'all drawing, dog.
Yeah, for sure.
Every time we go out.
Yeah, that wouldn't last long, especially not with Goose.
Yeah,
that wouldn't.
The one thing that when I was reading it, I'm like, I still think telling somebody they need professional help is a little condescending though. I wouldn't go that far. You start telling people they need to get.
I wouldn't tell them as a couple. I might tell my man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I said, bro, if you two can't work it on your own, you might want to talk together to somebody like that. You dig what I'm saying? I wouldn't say professional help, but you know what I mean? I do it in a caring way, in a compassionate way, so you know that I'm just not being a jackass with it.
So I'm kind of surprised, and I guess I shouldn't be because there's help for everything, but I'm kind of surprised that you can get help for complaining about things. Like I just never heard anybody like.
No, it's a bigger issue. It's an issue of them not being able to play good with other people or be around other people without. Okay. It's not them just complaining for the sake of complaining. Like they're really just uncomfortable with being in a group of people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or one of them just wants the attention.
That's true.
I mean,
and because the one person is complaining, their spouse or their significant other joins on in, because this is what probably they do in their everyday life.
Yeah. I mean, we all know people that are just never satisfied. Like,
oh, I'm sorry. One other thing I thought about too was the solution could be, right, like, because they was complaining about the food choices, whatever. Like, yo, if we hanging out regularly, everybody get a week where they could choose. Right. And the week that you don't choose, if you don't like the food, go bring your own or do something else. But you know, everybody get a week.
Yeah, that was the other thing that I thought about, because I was like, so how often do you plan? How often do you pick the restaurant? How often do you host? You dig what I'm saying? You always want to complain, but if you never do nothing, you need to shut the hell
up. You know what? That brings up a good point, because if you look down, Justin, Tanya made that comment. Do they complain when they are the host? Because if everybody gets the opportunity, well, then here you go. When it's your turn, you can serve liver tongue, whatever the hell. You know what I mean? So there you go.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Like I when I read it, I knew exactly what Goose's answer was going to be from the rep. Like I already knew. And honestly, that's probably the best way to handle it. Like, look, y'all killing the vibe. Like, y'all every time we go out, y'all complain about this, that, and the third. Y'all really killing the vibe, and we just have to move on. We're going to move on without you if y'all keep doing that.
Like, because nobody wants to sit through that.
Nope.
So no,
not at all.
All right. Well,
Hi everybody.
Hey Tyra, what's going on?
Please excuse my tardiness.
That's all right.
No worries.
You're a busy lady. Goose is going to take the second one, Justin.
Great.
Okay.
Dear 10-7, my parents were married for 22 years. They separated in 2007. Excuse me. And their divorce was final by 2008. My father moved on and remarried a great lady who made him very happy. Sadly, he lost her late last year. While my mother has remained bitter and continues to blame my father for everything in her life that has gone wrong. I love both my parents very much. The issue is now that my dad is alone, I want to invite him to spend holidays with my family, but my mother is completely opposed to it and says if he's there, she won't be. What do I do? How can I bring the family together for the holidays without hurting someone's feelings or leaving someone out?
You can't.
Yeah, I don't.
So this, you have to decide what you want.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I say. You dig what I'm saying? If it's more important for you to have your mom there, then that's your decision. If it's more important for you to have your dad there, then that's the decision.
But mom's been there all this time. Dad
I get it.
With his other wife.
I get it. But mom has given that ultimatum. So it's up to him. If you invite dad, mom's not going to come. So the choice is ultimately yours. What you going to do? Right? Neither one of them?
But I guess I'm assuming dad don't care that mom is there.
Right? No, probably.
Dad don't care mom is there. So
dad don't care because dad's single again.
when I heard that, I'm like, yo, invite dad anyway. I'm a father of an only child, right? So I could pretty much see myself experiencing this situation. Invite dad, he's gonna come. After a few drinks, after the night wears on, mom's gonna be making him sweet potato pie. She's gonna be back into her old bag, talking about she's gonna show up because she wants to know what he has going on. Especially his wife just died, and she know he's single. She gonna want to be nosy. And then by the end of the night, they gonna hear the whispers playing, and she's gonna be like, "Remember that song?" And she's gonna be back in her bag, and everything's gonna be cool. It's gonna make for a good memory. So invite dad, let him come, and it'll be all right.
I agree, 100%.
Exactly.
That's what I was
and this the other thing. So if mom has been there the entire time, this is her norm.
Yeah.
So if she doesn't come, she's gonna be sitting at home.
Absolutely.
Like, I wonder what they doing.
I'm going over there.
I wonder if someone's married to sweet potato pie this year. You know what I
mean? Yeah.
She's gonna show up.
Yep. Definitely.
And you know what? Your mother's love for you is enough for her to be able to withstand being uncomfortable for a little while to be with you for the holiday.
It should be, but every mother's love ain't equal to all the other mothers. Some moms ain't right.
I guess so. I mean, look, my parents are not together. Everybody knows that. And my dad come to everything.
Everything.
He always there and everything. Mm-hmm. And you know what I mean? They fuss, crack jokes on each other and keep it moving.
Right.
So,
yeah, I think dad should be invited 100%.
Oh yeah.
And if mom don't like it, there's the door.
And see, if I was the dad, if I was the dad and my son shared this with me, I'd be like, all right, tell your mother I ain't coming, but I'll show up anyway.
I was
just gonna say, invite him and don't even say nothing to her about it.
Yeah.
Because either one or two things going to happen. She's either going to stay.
Yeah. Exactly. And like my man said, I come in that joint like Eddie Kane. To
add something, you know, a little more like real and serious is that, you know, older men struggle with loneliness, right? We're more likely to be lonely and commit suicide and do all of those things. And her dad needs to feel that love. He's just lost his wife and all of that. So if mom got to take a back seat for one holiday, so be it. But her dad needs that now. So don't leave that out. Yeah, don't leave him out.
You know what I tell my parents? Like, listen, y'all, behave.
Yeah.
That's all. I tell them both, behave. And they'll get on here and tell you. And they should. I mean, she needs to swap.
See, so the thing about it is once you reach a certain age, to me, I mean, beyond like violence and abuse, there is no reason why you cannot be cool.
Right. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
There's absolutely no reason. You dig what I'm saying? If he won the lottery, I bet you she'd be cool.
And
he's single.
It speaks to,
he got $1 billion. She gonna be like, invite your daddy.
we don't know what happened between them from this level. We don't know.
That's true.
Only but she's still holding on to it.
Yeah.
Right. Something.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But the thing about it is,
I mean, that's been like 15 years.
She could just, but she could be upset because he moved on, and she didn't. Even though she might have tried, but things might not worked out for her the way it worked out for him, and that's enough to make people bitter.
For sure.
It is.
You know what I mean? And it's not like the person did anything to deserve to be treated that way, but that's just way luck did it. You know what I mean? That's where the cards fell.
Yeah. All right. Well, good luck.
We got some comments up here. Let me see. Where did I leave off at? Somebody said, Tanya said, "Hey, Tyra." She also said, "Not the whispers." Just go ahead and invite your dad. If mom doesn't want to come, she doesn't want to be around you.
Exactly.
You said invite dad. Tanya, I agree with you. Something you said, but you know, you said everything you said.
See, but not only that, if the mom don't show, not only is she forsaking the son, but then also her grandchildren.
Absolutely.
You did what I'm saying. So that boulder that's rolling, it just keeps hitting everybody as it goes down.
Yeah, and I think the mom will realize that.
Yeah.
So I do too. Yeah, I believe she will.
Yeah, Tanya says, "I would never forgo being with my children because of another's presence. I don't care
who it is.
I'm here to chill."
That's exactly right. That is exactly right. So. Go ahead, baby. All right, you want me to take the next one?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
you want to take the next one?
All right, you ready? Dear 10-7, I'm a 35-year-old woman. About 3 months ago, I matched with someone on a dating app. This person listed their age as 24. We really hit it off. We would talk for hours every day. I brought up our age difference. My match said it did not bother them. I made a trip out to see them and stayed for a few days. We spent the whole time together and had a wonderful time. Our connection grew deeper. We continued to talk every day for hours. We have the same sense of humor, philosophical and spiritual beliefs, political views, and ideas about what we want in a relationship and in life. Because we get along so well and it's easy, the age gap has gone mostly unnoticed until recently, when my match revealed to me that they lied about their age. This person is not 24, but 20 years old. You live with your mother? What? Anyway. My match has accepted responsibility, apologized, and accepted any possible consequences. I was able to forgive, and I can easily move on. My main qualm now is the very real social stigma associated with the 15-year age gap, especially with this person being so young. My heart tells me to continue. I really care about this person and my feelings are reciprocated. This is not some fling for either of us. But I worry about what my family and friends will think. Your thoughts?
That's exactly what you're worried about.
Yeah.
I mean, the age difference will come into play, right? It definitely will in a lot of different things.
Oh yeah.
I speak from a couple of experiences.
Like you keep it like, honey, on your way home, can you pick up a bottle of? Oh, you can't.
Yes, he can. He can get somebody to go in the store for him. He can get. He can get it done. We did that.
Right, man. Like he can't drive rental cars. He can't do nothing.
Here's the thing with that though. What I feel like from this scenario, from what she outlined, he's already exercised a level of maturity that most 20-years don't have. So for him to have that is kind of rare because she would have noticed the immaturity already, and then that would have turned her off. So the fact that they got all of those things in common and they vibing, I don't care what nobody else thinks. Keep rocking till y'all can't rock no more.
I mean, 20.
So this is the thing. If she had never found out, she'd have been cool.
Right. Especially in today's time, right?
No.
With this
24.
But sometimes you gotta lie to kick it. Sometimes you gotta lie and get your way in. And when they see the real you and it works, all's well that ends well, in my opinion.
Absolutely. How many of us have had a job interview we knew we weren't qualified for?
Absolutely.
We went in that joint and we rocked it and did our best.
How many of us have had jobs that we knew we weren't qualified?
I'm struggling now.
I am winging all of this.
Right. I'm in charge.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you though, because I just think about, times where I've been approached by guys who were younger than me. And as soon as I hear that age, I'm like, nope.
Yup.
I mean, my ears.
Absolutely not.
I was that young guy that was interested in older. That was me. You know what I mean? When I was like 24, I was dating with a girl that was 33. Like, that was me.
I've never even thought about dating a man that much younger than me.
Yeah, that's too much.
So unicorns and butterflies until you 75 and he's 60 and he still want to go to wherever.
Right.
Yeah, but y'all had the best 50 years ever though. It don't matter at that point.
Way down the road, you talking about somebody being happy right now. Like this.
But the other thing about it is, if you notice that gap, as y'all grow old together, you be like, baby, now it's already a 15-year difference. So you're going to have to start doing other things so you can keep up. And he going to do it.
Well, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So what about he's 20, right? And I don't know this man. I don't know y'all. She's probably at a point where maybe she might want kids. And he's like, well, let me finish college.
That's one of the things that might come up.
Exactly.
But this is a discussion that they need to have.
For sure.
There's a lot of discussions that they need to have.
I really feel like
how relationships are grown and are built.
I think but her only gripe was that
other people are going to say and think.
Right, exactly.
I don't think about her relationship. I think she worried about what they're going to think about her.
She's like a dirty old lady.
Cool.
Yeah,
I can remember.
And 35 is not even old.
He's an adult. She's an adult.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. When I was a freshman in college, there was a woman who moved in second semester and was living in a dorm with us. And I found out she was divorced and she was 25. And I was like,
no.
You're 25.
Divorced?
Children.
Sophomore year of college, a boy moved in. Full beard. He was 35 years old. Living in the dorm.
That's nasty.
That's crazy. That's wild. That's wild.
Now I wasn't the only one that could make the liquor store, which was cool.
But we can't flip that scenario. We flipped it to the guy was 35, the woman was 20.
Right.
It's a whole nother discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is. You're absolutely right. If my 20-year-old daughter brought home a 35-year-old man, I'll be like, what are you? I know what you want. Get the hell out of here.
I know what I'm happy.
They ain't talking. They ain't talking.
Y'all don't have nothing in common.
But the other thing about it is, and I get it, your daughter's 20. You can't control what she do. So you gonna risk fracturing the relationship and pushing her away, or you gonna offer guidance so that you can quasi monitor what's going on.
As a father of a daughter, I'm not allowing that. Like, I'll take that.
I totally get it, because I have a son. I can think on that side of the track.
Yeah.
And if my son came, I would be like, "Why? What is happening? I'm. Where's my Xanax? I can't. I would
listen. It's definitely different when a guy goes after the older woman.
Oh,
like, I can remember when I was. Oh Lord.
Not a story, man. No story. You done put it out there. You
back in the day, way back in the day.
You gotta think faster than that. You just gotta shift gears without the commentary.
I ain't worried about her. I'm worried about other people in my family hearing this story for the first time at Thanksgiving.
Now we're all ready.
But I can remember when I was 18. I can remember when I was 18 and I met this woman that was 20 years old. And that was however many years ago. And I know, like, not recently, but probably 10 years or so ago, she saw a friend of mine and he had mentioned my name, and she like took off and darted out the building. And this was like 10 years ago.
Why?
I don't think she was weirdo, but it like she was to this day, like, she was still kind of embarrassed by the age difference. And I was cool with it.
Of course.
Of course you were cool. Of course.
You know what I mean?
At 35, at 45, I would never date somebody that was 15 years younger than me. Because, like, I don't have anything to talk to you about. Like, I know exactly.
You don't know till you start talking.
But I feel like this.
I feel like they went through that.
I don't want to. If I was 35 and I was dealing with somebody that was 20, I would call you when I need you. When I'm done with you, I'm gonna clip your mittens back onto your coat, send you on your merry way, put my yoga pants on, and watch Investigation Discovery.
Once she got past the fact that he was 24 when he wasn't, she was okay with the conversation.
Right.
Then it was 20, so it wasn't even about the age. Like,
about the conversation.
Satisfied with the conversation. It was what she said, like spiritually, political, like all
of that. Yeah,
that's rare. With the conversation, so they had something to talk about.
How many times have we said, and then we got to get off of this because we can get on to our main topic. How many times have we said, and we don't know because they've only been dealing with each other for a couple months, that you're married to how many people are you married during your marriage, right?
It was 10, right?
20. He is 20. I met Goose at 22. I'm not the same person at 48 that I was at 22.
Exactly.
No,
and that could probably be.
What are you? Were you not there?
Well, I wasn't.
A lot.
I was younger than that.
No, he's going to change a lot.
He is.
He may not have chemistry.
5 years.
Somebody said that you can't help chemistry.
Right, but the thing about it is,
first of all, what type of chemistry you talking about?
That's right. Clip your mittens
like sexual chemistry. Or do you actually have chemistry?
No, but they have real chemistry. They talk. They build. They have a good time together. If they're intentional about their relationship and he's mature enough to handle that, and she is too, they can grow together. You know what I'm saying? There's ways for them to make sure that they're on the same page, or they could just exist in it until it's no longer.
Yeah.
And that's probably what's going to happen.
Absolutely. She wrote this whole long dissertation, and she didn't mention communication issues. The only issue she has.
Good luck.
Is
other people.
Good luck.
Yeah, and other people.
Good luck.
That's always going to be an issue until people get over it.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
When y'all go out to eat, people gonna stare and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? They might think you're out with your son.
How old's your son?
Oh, he could be her son technically.
Yeah, he could.
He could. All right, we need to move on, Justin.
We're going to go into our topic of the day. If y'all wondering who that dude is down there,
oh yes,
yeah,
right? But y'all like, who is this dude that's on there? Well, here we go. Here who he is. This is Hanif Sowell. How you pronounce your last name?
Sowell.
Sowell. I'll say. Is Hanif Sowell is the self-proclaimed leader of the light-skinned delegation. Neef is originally from Newark. Let me say that right, Newark, New Jersey, and has been a Philadelphia transplant over the last 12 years. He's a UMES Hawk alumni, a writer, a girl dad, and a social media personality. So that's who that dude is down there. And he's here to talk about what y'all have probably already know we're going to be talking about today. Talking about cuffing season. Now, if you've been following with me for a long time, it's what I used to call boo loving season back in the new Twist show days with me and Miss West. We used to say boo loving season is upon us. Cuffing season is so much more easier and quicker to say. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. What's up, Hanif, man? How you been, brother?
I've been good, man.
Yeah.
It's been a while. It felt like old times with the little last minute technical difficulties when we used to be in that newsroom 5 minutes out and there ain't nothing going right. But we here.
definitely felt very familiar there.
Yeah.
Well, before we start rapid firing questions at Hanif, I did a little research. Of course I did. So I just want to give y'all like a little bit of a backstory on cuffing season because this came way after our time. So according to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, the earliest recorded print uses of cuffing season date from college newspapers in 2011, with cuff preceding that as a verb with origins in African-American vernacular as something close to meaning to hook up. Y'all all agree with Hanif said.
Wait,
so far, so good.
I'm sorry. Can we back up just the scopes?
Absolutely.
What did you look up? You looked up cuffing. What did you?
Merriam-Webster cuffing season.
Cuffing season was in the dictionary.
It's in the dictionary.
Oh, we out here,
right?
You know we always put people on
everything in the dictionary, bro.
Everything.
Bootylicious is in the dictionary.
Hey, listen,
the world's going wild.
I mean, it's two different words that I'm just shocked. Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. According to Merriam-Webster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Hanif is here to talk about. He says he knows something about it, so we're gonna pick his brain.
Knows something. All right. So
it's been out of my rotation for a while. So
yeah.
What's going on in the cuffing season? What is cuffing season? What's going on with what are we talking about here?
Sure. So yeah, the first thing is I'm kind of new to cuffing season. I'm only single out here for the last few years, and I'm learning a lot. But if we're gonna start, let's talk about time frames. I think cuffing season goes from late September, we'll say October, to Valentine's Day. Right, Valentine's Day is kind of the last.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day is kind of the last moment where you kind of deciding what your summer going to look like, right? So the problem that we facing now is that All-Star Weekend and Valentine's Day been on the same day for the last few years. So they working against us at this point.
Are you serious right now? So you're just making this up as you go along. There's no rules to it.
But you know, so there's pros and cons to it, obviously, right? So the negative is like, yo, if you cuffing because you need somewhere to stay for the winter,
oh yeah,
that's kind of wild. You know what I'm saying? But when you think about what the winter time is, right? The winter time is normally when we winding down and we trying to, you know, kind of wrap our year up and get things in order. So you don't necessarily have time to be on the scene, dating and doing things. So if you can have that one person that you kind of linking up with on a regular basis, it kind of fills that space for you and makes up for that. So another thing,
a cold, dreary winter alone is what you're saying?
Nobody wants that. That's difficult.
So cuffing season is really like warm friends with benefits.
Absolutely. Like I personally have a friend where like I we're platonic-ish, right?
Okay.
So we do things like decorate the house for Christmas and wear matching pajamas and watch Home Alone. That's very relationshipy, right? But it's
Right.
not a relationship. You know what I'm saying? So, but it feeds a need that we both have emotionally to, make sure that the winter isn't so cold. You know what I mean? Another thing that I'm thinking about too during cuffing season, where you have to be careful, is that that's holiday season, right? So you go from
that was what I was gonna say. Do you have to buy a gift for somebody?
Look, you got
family.
Meeting the family on Thanksgiving. Y'all both single, so y'all don't really got nowhere really to go for Thanksgiving. So y'all meeting the family. That's the first joint. Then Christmas come. So now y'all exchanging gifts. Then New Year's come. You know what they say about New Year's? Who you gonna be with on New Year's is who you gonna be with all year long. So that's 3 holidays back to back. Then you got Valentine's Day. So that could feel very much like a relationship. The problem is that first 70-degree day. That first time the sun come out and everybody outside and summertime come, so you might be in for a rude awakening.
In actuality, then you do need to have rules that both parties understand, because when one of y'all start to be like, oh, it's getting nice out, oh, look at the weather forecast, like the other person might be like, well, wait, where are you going? So you definitely have to make sure that y'all set boundaries and you go into this knowing that come that first
Memorial Day, that's a wrap. And I might see you next October if my summer fling don't work out.
If you still got customers, you might be.
Well, wait, no, I want to back up because you said that you guys are both, fulfilling a need, right? So if we take it like even a little bit deeper, so we know that we have like daylight savings time when the time changed and it gets darker earlier. So we know that a SAD, seasonal affective disorder, affects a lot of people. Right. So having that someone that you can be with and talk to can possibly help alleviate some of the loneliness and some of the effects from the seasonal affectiveness disorder.
Definitely, and that's why it's not negative, right? You're not using the person if y'all both mutually benefit from the situation.
Right.
Like what everybody is saying, the communication is key, because like I said, when you go through all of those different experiences with each other, somebody might catch feelings more than the other person. So you have to be well aware of like what this is. Sometimes it might translate into a relationship. I did a cuffing season and ended up in a 13-year relationship with my daughter's mother. Whoa. You know what I'm saying? So it's possible, but as long as we're on the same page and we're communicating, there's very much a positive aspect to cuffing somebody during that time.
So let me ask you a question. Now, I know we were talking earlier, and you were saying how with the the younger guy and the older girl, like how sometimes you gotta lie to get in. So now, what if you lie to get in cuffing season, and then sundress season come, and you missed your whole thing up?
Then you got a lie to get
What you lying about though?
Exactly?
No, don't lie.
What would the lie be?
But I'm just saying, because you were saying how sometimes you got to lie to get in there. So like if you meet somebody, right, and you lie about your age to start this cuffing season, right? Let's take it back to this letter. Now cuffing season is over. She done found out that you lied about your age. Now sundress season come and you ready to go.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So like I just think if you're gonna do cuffing season, then y'all need to, you shouldn't be, don't lie to get in. Like everything should be up front. Like this is cuffing season, this is where it's at.
So I think people who participate in the whole cuffing season thing that aren't doing it for nefarious reasons,
right,
don't have any reason to lie. But like if it's a brother or a sister that need a place to stay for the winter, that's warm, you dig what I'm saying? Then those are the ones that lie.
That's why. Listen,
where would they stay?
So like if it's a mutually beneficial relationship, then there's no reason to lie.
For sure. The problem though, listen, being single for the last few years, what I've learned is the summertime is very treacherous. It's very treacherous in the dating scene because it's everybody's outside. You got so many different activities, right? You got traveling with your friends, you got brunches, you got all of these different things to kind of keep you occupied. And then you got your summer fling where it's like, all right, I'm busy, so I don't really need you to be that attentive to me. But when we link, right? So you don't have any of those aspects. Now, when the winter time comes and all of that slows down, now I got to pay attention to you. Now I got to be, present in these situations. And then it's like you get into that rhythm and then the drop off happens. And that's the part where we got to be careful and where the communication has to be on par, because that's difficult.
So in my research, I found that there are rules, right? And so the top 3 that I pulled away, and Honey, tell me if I'm right here. Be clear about what you're seeking in the long and short term. Don't make plans too far in advance, and set healthy emotional and physical boundaries. Those are the top 3.
Absolutely. I agree with all of those. I agree. My mother told me a long time ago, like, you'd be surprised at what people are willing to put up with when you're honest with them.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're upfront and communicative about what you want and what you need, and like I said, that part, right, Tyra, that's the part where you can't lie. You have to be honest about what your expectations are of the situation. Because if you fronting like, nah, we cool, we just kicking it, but you really feeling this person and you're gonna be in for a rude awakening. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely have to be upfront about that part. And people are willing to do things that you wouldn't expect them to do if you're upfront and honest about it.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. It does make sense.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm listening to Hanif talk about cuffing season. And I'm thinking back to the backsliding days, and I was doing cuffing season.
That it sounds so bad.
No,
all you gotta say is to my days before I was married. Just say that. You don't.
It's more fun to say the backsliding.
So
you just looking for a reaction.
This is something that's always existed, but it was just given a term most recently.
Yeah. Because I mean, when I was younger, it was just find somebody to chill with for the winter. It was like we had long freezes. We just said what we was doing. It wasn't no cool. At least I didn't know no cool.
Can I say too? Listen, this is why we got to pay attention to climate change. We had 70-degree days in November, so cuffing season kind of got put to the back burner, right? We had a few 70-degree days where it's like, oh wait, I don't know if I want to keep these plans. I'm outside. I'm about to fly to Miami for a little bit. So yeah,
cuffing season started today. This is the first full day.
Y'all got your what you call them, your starters or whatever. Is that what they are? The starters?
That's a whole nother conversation.
Wait.
Wow.
What's a starter?
No. It's not a whole nother conversation. Since we brought it up.
What?
Interesting.
What's a starter?
Hanif.
So
yes. Oh yeah, Hanif, go ahead.
You use, I don't know.
Well, Hanif is going to explain it to you.
Yeah, your starters are the people that you deal with most regularly, right?
Oh.
So I like to think of it because I think we all kind of know who is the person that we like. I enjoy spending time with this person and I'm really, and then we got the other people who is like, yeah, this is fun, but I'm not really into them. You know what I'm saying? Right. So we have to be careful being single. You have to be careful because loneliness can make you send out some texts that you don't want to send out and end up in some situations that you don't want to end up in, right? Mm-hmm. So you do need to define like, all right, there's some criteria, right? It's like, okay, I can sit for hours with this person and just be silent. I could watch movies with this person. I could do things that aren't, that where me and this other person just kind of keep each other's attention for a long time. As opposed to like if we going out partying and we having sex and, it's always a distraction involved in that. That's probably not the person that you want to end up cuffing because y'all really don't have much in common outside of your physical attraction or the stuff that you have fun with. So you actually do want to like your cuffing partner,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, so that y'all could actually build, whatever. And it's just, I think with relationships today, because I guess it'll beg the question of like, well, why y'all don't just be together? You know what I'm saying? I still think that we might be searching for our person. You know what I'm saying? And it could be like you fit the description, but it's not quite
Right.
there. And if we have that understanding, right, then we could still go as far as we could go. Right.
Something missing, because I know when you know, you know. You don't know.
Sure.
You don't even know what it is the hell you know.
You just
feel different.
Word.
You dig what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, and I say that because I experienced that. You know what I mean? So, for you to get along great with a person, I totally understand it because it can totally happen. But if that person don't give you that spark,
right,
you may get warm, but it may be that spark to start a flame. You dig what I'm saying?
For sure.
So, I totally get that.
Yeah. There are a lot of comments, Miss Peachy King. Definitely tuning in and paying attention.
Hi, Miss Peachy.
I got them all in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else we need to know about cuffing season? Is there a polar opposite to cuffing season?
I think it's the summertime fling.
Okay. Sundress season.
Yeah, sundress season.
The sundresses weren't really out this summer that much. Yeah. This was a disappointing summer for the sundress.
Oh, it was?
Because a lot of guts out.
I don't know, y'all.
Now, fupas and guts. That's all you.
Y'all married. Y'all might not frequent the same places. I think sundress season is pretty decent.
The same places.
I think it was pretty.
I can see right through
that. So we are pretty late in the cuffing season. If you don't have that person now, it's probably you might have Thanksgiving is your last shot. You know, you go kick it with somebody on Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving or something. You might want to shoot your shot then, but we're pretty late into the season and everybody's kind of paired off already. So better luck next year.
I feel like cuffing season.
Don't give up. I ain't been in the game. Don't give up.
I ain't been in the game in 30 years.
I feel like meeting the family during cuffing season should be avoided.
Oh, 100%. I agree. I think that's
like Thanksgiving should be.
I wouldn't do that.
So this is what I will say. I will say because this happens that sometimes people cuff with their friends, so their families already know each other, but they don't know that they dealing like that. So in that situation,
that's smart.
That's expected.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, John's not coming to Christmas. That's because y'all been friends since 6th grade.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me ask you this, Hanif.
Yo.
Should you settle on somebody for your cuffing season before or after you see the Halloween costumes?
Oh, that's a good one.
Halloween can change your mind about a few things.
Oh my gosh.
I think I saw something the other day. It was like, yo, if she going to Halloween parties, like she for the streets. So
wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, honey, why do you say that? Why?
Because think about it. Adult Halloween parties is basically soft porn. Like you dressing up in the most scantily clad thing you could find and you making it sexual, like you outside if you going to a Halloween party. So if she's going to a Halloween party without you or that requires a costume that's on the sexier side, it's probably not the person that you're going to cuff.
So if you end up cuffing somebody prior to Halloween and she goes to a Halloween party, you got to cut that off?
Yeah, it's not a good thing.
Oh, okay.
She will cut it off anyway in February.
Yeah. Well, that's why you gotta have a second and third stream. Like you gotta have people in line.
That's what I was gonna say. You could have multiple cups, right? Like a whole chain.
Well, yeah. Why not?
Get you a chain gang.
A chain gang. There you go. I like it. You done started a new thing. Look, honey, go ahead, take that and run with it.
Hey, chain gang.
Mm-hmm.
The men, Miss Peachy King says the men are trying to set standards to discourage women from doing
No, everybody should be exactly who they are. You know what I'm saying? And if it's right for you, it's right for you. If it's not, it's not. If it don't work for me and I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. So, you can't convince anybody of anything.
From what I'm hearing, it's like the same decisions you make in entering a relationship with a person is a lot of the same relationships who decide you want to cuff with a person.
Yeah. Miss Peachy King, she's a ringer. She knows me.
I was about to say you gotta know her.
She knows. She's a childhood friend of mine. But yeah, I think I qualified.
Well, you know more than we did. That's for daggone sure.
Yeah, I say on top of everything that was said, that me going to family Thanksgiving is a no.
Yeah,
family Christmas is a no. People don't usually spend New Year's with the family unless it's family.
Right.
So by the time Martin Luther King Day come around, you start putting in your paperwork. And then by Valentine's Day, you should be able to cut those cookies.
Yeah, but just is it really a cuff if y'all don't do holidays together?
Yeah, no,
I don't think it's really a cuff if y'all.
Is nothing but holidays.
Yeah, y'all gotta do.
No, but see, here's the thing. And we talked about the communication, right, and all like that. But holidays can blur lines. You know what I'm saying? A lot of emotions can run heavy on holidays.
A lot of feelings can be caught over holidays.
Exactly. Your mama.
That's the thing. Like, you got to be, each person has to be
the first person,
strong.
The last person to be my mama.
But I think so. This is where if I could give a disclaimer, where me being light skinned comes into play, because I dive into that emotion. Like I said, I want to watch Christmas movies together. I want to bake cookies and drink hot chocolate and go Christmas shop. I want to do all of that. And then I can still on May 31st be like, yeah, I don't think this is going to work. So, yeah.
I think you put yourself in line to get shot if you're doing all that. Like, it's not going to work. Like, hold on, you here eat my food.
Like,
okay, like you like 9 months making cookies.
But going into it, you know what the deal is, though, because
we talked about this already.
That's why the rules. I found the rules.
That's the whole purpose.
Yeah.
So know it's a short-term thing.
So let me ask you this in the interest of time. What is the proper way to end cuffing season?
Joe, it's nice outside.
With a Super Bowl ring.
I'm outside.
Tyra, with a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, definitely. Like, listen, I'm outside. You're gonna start going out on more dates. You're gonna start being a little less available, and it'll kind of fizzle itself out.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can be honest with a person, and they'll think they can change your mind.
Change you. Yep.
This is true. This is true.
That is true.
And then they'll be lying to kick it to get it started, thinking that they can change.
So
well, you know what? You see what Ryan just said? Because I was going to ask that question. What if it just doesn't end?
Like I said, we might revisit it next winter, right? But the summertime, we free. You know what I'm saying? That's possible for sure.
Y'all homie lover friends. If it doesn't end.
But they're saying if it doesn't end, so you just basically you're in a relationship if it don't end.
Yeah, that's
pretty much a situationship. If it doesn't,
you're in a relationship. If
that's not because
I don't know if it'll be a situationship.
That's a situation.
Relationship.
But no. But so if it doesn't end, then that means that your cuff then becomes your summer fling.
I think the difference between the relationship and the situationship is that the situationship is open-ended to meeting other people. So if you met somebody in the interim, then you could potentially end it based on that. But if you're in a relationship, you're not seeking out anybody else. So,
and cuffing season won't necessarily be seeking out anybody else.
Right.
In a situationship, that's all you're doing is seeking out somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
Somebody on the sideline.
Right.
Well, that's what happens when cuffing season ends, though, right? You're seeking out somebody else, but you still got this person on the sideline if y'all still cuffing.
Y'all ain't got to be cuffing. That's what I'm saying. Cuffing season over. You this way.
Okay.
You over here, you doing your own thing over there. I'm doing my thing over here, and maybe we reconvene next cuffing season.
That's a situation to me. that sound like a situation. That's gonna cause some.
There's a dissertation down there from Ryan.
Yeah, I was reading it first because I was trying to see what. I'll go ahead. Since you said something, I'll go ahead and put it in. He said baseball season just ended, but Bryce Harper going to be on the Phillies again next year. It ain't got to end when you know the deal. I understand. Okay, I got it. I see what he's saying.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Until he at another ball club practicing with the other team. It's different.
Throwing him his balls.
See that contract right on up.
Well, we're gonna get up out of here. We want to thank Hanif Sowell for joining us. Thank you so much, Hanif.
Thanks, bro.
No doubt. Thank y'all for having me.
Brother, I haven't forgotten about what I hit you up in the summer about. Things in the summer just got busy. All right, I'm definitely revisit that with you. But thank you very much. Got any last words before we let you go?
Nah, thank y'all for having me. This is a dope vibe. I appreciate everything, and cuff responsibly.
Yes. There you go.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Right. You mentioned in your bio about Right Up the Block.
Oh, Right Up the Block. Oh, so yeah, that's my Instagram page and the business that I run where I do my writing out of, and yeah, so you can catch me at Right Up the Block for any professional services at all.
Oh, nice. Okay. Right. Wonderful. Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right. Catch it.
All right. Let's go.
I appreciate you. Stick around.
Where the original Hawks at, right?
Let's not start.
Oh Lord. Do y'all have
a final thought?
Mm-hmm.
Of course I do.
Final thought.
I don't, but y'all go ahead and start. And I'll
St. Joe's is the original Hawks.
St. Joe's is not the original Hawk.
The Hawk never dies.
Never
it just
dies.
so happens
you cut their mic off.
mascots are Hawks.
Cut their mic off.
Cut their mic off.
When I played baseball at Eastern Shore, we beat St. Joe's.
We sure did.
All right, y'all ready?
No, but y'all go ahead first, and I'll be ready.
I'm ready.
Oh, he said his final. Okay, so my final is, think about it, y'all. Biting your tongue while eating is a perfect example of how you can still screw up even with decades of experience.
So true. So true.
100%.
Stop being greedy.
Right. So mine's is short and sweet. In the interest of cuffing responsibly this season, walls keep everybody out. Boundaries teach people where the door is.
Amen. I love that.
Let's
put it on a t-shirt.
Somebody else is saying. I don't know who it is.
Right.
Unknown.
Never mind.
All right, my final thought is the hold on, what is it? The trip is always short and easy for the guy who's giving the directions.
True.
Yeah, because I'm usually the guy giving the directions. It's always sweet for me.
Mm-hmm. And I'm usually
like it's easy. All you got to do, you got to make 2 rights after the 3rd left. Go over the bridge. You're gonna see the bridge. And then it'll be 3 other rights after the 2nd left, but then the 3rd left on the other side. And
you'll see a store that got a yellow awning. You gonna make a right there. I'll be like, did he say make a left or a right?
Like, you know what, Goose? Just give me the address. I'll GPS.
Exactly.
I got you drive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm like, follow me.
Yeah, all the directions sound easy.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, we appreciate y'all for hanging with us. We appreciate Hanif Sowell from Right Up the Block being with us, talking about cuffing season. And we hope y'all join us again next week. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/New Twist Radio. And you can check out all the shows that are on New Twist Radio. And if you haven't done so, go over to Facebook right now and join the 10-7 group. We got thousands of members.
Yes.
All talking smack all day long, having a good time. Enjoy yourself in there. Be cordial, respectful. All right. For Goose and Tyra and myself, we out of here. We'll talk to y'all next time. Here, we got a whole bunch of comments. We appreciate y'all for all the comments. We can't get to them now. We got to go, but we'll talk to y'all next time.
Next week.
Next week.
Yes.
On the 10-7 show. Peace, y'all.
All right. Be good, y'all.